All right. Happy Monday, you guys. Thank you for being here.
Happy
Um,
Monday.
thank you. So we had quite a bit going on with the weather. I don't know about you guys, but it is crazy over here. And in most areas, it's been pretty crazy. And we've had some flooding. Um, luckily, it didn't hit us too bad over the weekend. Everybody was able to get out. So hopefully you guys were able to get out, show some property, do some door knocking, be productive, even though we knew the weather was about to hit us pretty bad. I was sharing with my son this morning as we were driving in. I remember, oh my God, it was probably about 7 years ago when we had a rain like this. And my client was she's a buyer, Joy. She was like adamant about seeing these condos. And I mean, it was raining like this, like windy, just crazy. And she still wanted to go out. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So of course we do what we do. We go out. And so I had this little funky umbrella, and the umbrella, because it was raining so hard and so windy, the umbrella just broke. It just like flipped up and one of the little springs broke off. So I'm in the rain trying to unlock a Supra with my umbrella like all flipped up and everything. Luckily, I went early so that I could do it. But oh my God, it just felt like a fiasco. So I thought that was really funny. And I know that we'll get out here in this rain and do what we have to do, right? So hopefully
Yeah,
you got
but those are serious buyers.
Exactly.
girl, wait, Shelly, right?
They're
That's
not
what I
playing
do.
games. Those are the ones that aren't playing games.
There you go.
We're
So
not looky loos.
Not at all. And she made an offer on the one that we ended up seeing, and got into escrow. So I was super happy.
There you go.
It was well worth it. Yes.
I was about to say, I'll take
But
a
it was
couple of
just
those.
right. But it was crazy though, being out there in that weather and everything. I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, Shelly, oh my God, you're right. It was so worth it. All right, you guys, let's hop right in. Good morning, Alfonso.
Battery about 50%.
Oh, what
good
was that?
morning.
Good morning. All right, guys. LA County, let's talk about it. What is for sale right now is up 12.9% over last month, and up 2.5% over last year, same time frame. So for sale properties that are currently on the market are actually up 2.5% over last year, which is great. Between this time frame compared to last February, right? Same time frame. So that's good. And then looking at sold properties compared to last month, 15.3% down as compared to last month, and then 35.6% down compared to the same time frame last year. Now, again, remember, this is the beginning of the year, so they're only counting 2 days of the month. Okay, like there are 2 days of the month in February. So it's current versus previous month to date, and then current versus same time month to date. Okay. And then the year to date, that's the number that counts the entire January, and then these first few days in February is up 2.9% on, or I'm sorry, 2.5% on for sale properties. Okay, so up 2.5% on for sale properties. And then, I'm sorry, I kind of skipped around. And then going back to the sold properties, like I mentioned, 35.6% down compared to this same time frame last year in February, but up 2.9% compared to last year. So far we're tracking up on for sale and sold properties compared to last year, same time frame. Pendants are actually up 8.6% compared to last month, and 1% increase compared to last year. So again, on that right side, everything so far this year is actually up, even though it's up only 1% or 2%. Up is good, right? Because we need for sale properties to be up, we need pendants to be up, we need solds to be up. And our next slide is going to give us more information because that's new listing inventory. What new came on the market so far this month? So far, we're down 21.9% compared to last month. and 41.8% down compared to last year, same time frame, these first couple of days in the month. However, we are up 2.2% compared to overall last year. So that's a good thing, right? Compared to January to now, we're up 2.2% on new listing inventory. So we've gotten a little bit of new inventory coming on the market compared to last year. Pendants are up 8.6% compared to last month, and 48.7% down compared to last year, just the first couple of days of the month comparison, and then up 1% overall. So that is good compared to last year, up 1% overall. So at least we're on the upswing. All right. And then looking at, I'm sorry, I put 2 slides in there because that's the same, new listing inventory. And then looking at our months of inventory, we are at 2.5 months of inventory last month, and right now we're at 3.6 months of inventory. So we've actually gone up in the months of inventory here in LA County. I don't think I've seen 3.6 months of inventory for quite some time. That's almost 4 months of inventory. That's good. We're moving in the right direction. That's a 43.3% change compared to last month, and a 50.9% change compared to last year, same time frame, same couple of days in the month. A 3.4% decrease, however, overall. So last year, same time frame, we were at 2.9 months of inventory, and then this year we are actually at 2.8 months of inventory. Okay, so far we're at 2.8 months of inventory when you average it across the board. Right now, what this is saying is that these first couple of days in the month, right now, we're at 3.6 months of inventory, but overall we're at 2.8 months of inventory. Hope that makes sense. And again, hopefully this 3.6 months of inventory will continue to increase, right? Which will then increase our overall numbers. All right. So let's look at our average days on market. Average days on market is 40 days currently right now, compared to 31 days on market last month. And then that's a 29% increase. And then a 13% decrease compared to last year. We were at 46 days on market last year, same couple of days in the month. We're at 40 days on market this year. Overall, we have a 15.9% decrease. We were at 44 days on market last year. And right now we are at 37 days on market, right? So currently on average, we're at 37 days on market. When you're looking at that first number, just be clear that 40 days on market is just an average of these first couple of days in the month, okay? But this back number where it says current versus previous year to date, that's really the number that we're focused on. And again, we're at 37 days on market, a 15.9% decrease. All right, so sold, we're at 4.3% increase. So we were sold versus list price. Sellers were getting 93% of their asking price as of last month. Currently, 97%. Okay, so that's really good for our sellers. And then overall, they were getting 94% this same time frame last year, and now they're 94% this same time last year. Currently, they're getting 96% of their list price. So that's that's good for our sellers. To let them know that it's still a strong seller's market and they are getting close to their asking price. And a lot of places they're getting over their asking price. I know in the areas that we were looking in this weekend, most of them had offers and we were in multiple offer situations. So in a lot of these areas, it's definitely still going to be multiple offers and over asking. All right, let's look at Orange County. Orange County always fascinates me. Oh, I know what I'm missing on LA County. I'm sorry about that, guys. We're missing one slide on LA County. But we'll go back and get that. Orange County sales trends, let's look at that. So 12.4% increase on for sale properties compared to last month. All righty, a 12.4% increase in for sale properties. So that's properties that are currently on the market. A 12.1% decrease compared to last year, same time frame, same couple of days in the year. in February, and then a 12.1% decrease overall on for sale properties. So what's on the market right now is a little bit down compared to last year, to the tune of 12.1%, which is a little bit different, remember, than LA County, because in LA County, all those numbers were green, the arrows were up, we were increased on for sale, sold, and pendants. So sold properties, a 9% decrease compared to last year, or I'm sorry, last month. A 3.2% decrease compared to last year, same time frame, and then a 3% increase. So we actually saw a upturn in sold properties that recently closed, a 3% increase compared to last year. And then pendants are up 28% compared to last month, which is really good. 28.7% down, however, compared to last year, same time frame, same couple of days. Not enough sample size to really get concerned, to be honest with you. We'll see as the time rolls on in the month. A 4.9% increase, all right, compared to last year. Again, same time frame. So that's a good thing. So we're seeing 2 of the 3 categories increase, our sold properties and our pendants. And then let's look at that new listing inventory, because that'll give us some indicators as well. New listings coming on the market. So a 29.1% decrease compared to last month, excuse me, last month. A 54.7% decrease compared to last year, same time frame. However, only a 4.7% decrease overall, okay, year-to-date comparison compared to last year. So only a 4.7% decrease. Hopefully we'll see inventory start to come on the market a little bit more, especially since we're predicting the interest rates are going to continue to go down. And as we get more away from the holidays and get more into spring, people start to put their homes on the market. That's just our natural cycle, right? So we should see some new listing inventory start to tick up. But again, we don't know that it's going to surpass what happened last year. We're hoping that the interest rates will bring about that change. All right, pendants. Pendants are up 28% compared to, we actually already went over that, but pendants are up 28% compared to last month. And again, up 4.9% compared to last year. So that's good. Properties going into escrow. It's a good thing. All right, average active price. So average active price compared to last month is down 3.7%. Compared to last month, it's up 24.8% compared to last year, just same couple of days, and up 24.8% overall. So in Orange County, sellers are asking 24.8% higher than they were the previous year. Okay, so asking 24.8% higher, but I don't know about you guys. We talked about Orange County. Orange County is normally well over like 40% last time we reported. Well, looks like things are getting a little bit more reasonable. So that's a good sign. Average sold price, 5.6% increase compared to last month, an 18.5% increase compared to last year, same time frame in the month. And then a 10.7% increase overall. So what is asking and what is sold, we always know is going to be different, right? Because you can ask for whatever you want. It's actually what the buyer is willing to buy the property for, right? So here in Orange County, they are seeing about a 10% or almost 11% increase in their sales value over last year so far in the year, okay? Good information again for us to have for our sellers, right? However, look at this. Inventory is extremely low in Orange County, 1.6 months of inventory as compared to, as we saw in LA County, we're at like 3.6 months of inventory currently the first couple of days in the month. We're at in Orange County 1.6, which is a 32% increase compared to last month. A 16% decrease compared to last year, and a 19% decrease overall compared to last year. So last year we were at 2.1 months of inventory at this same point in the year, and now we're at 1.7 months of inventory. So still a really tight market, not a lot at all in Orange County, which is why they more than likely feel they can up those prices, right? Because they just don't have the inventory. So they have much more pressure, much more demand in Orange County. All right. Sorry about that. Let's go back. All right. Average days on market, 30 days on market last month compared to 29 days on market currently. So not very much change at all. And then 45 days on market last year, same time frame, and 31 days on market so far this year. Okay, so about a month on the market in Orange County. And if we still see those prices be reasonably a little bit higher and we see the months of inventory, more than likely we're going to see this continue to go down because houses will be flying off the shelves because we do have a lot of demand. So let's look at sold price versus original list price. So compared to last month, we have an increase of 1%, which again is not very much at all. And then overall, a 3.2% increase. So last year, sellers were getting 93% of their list price. Currently, they're getting 96% of their list price. So again, for sellers, strong sellers market, they're getting close to asking price. Some of them more than likely are getting well above their asking price, and some are getting below their asking price. So you have to get hyper local and look at your specific area so that you could tell your seller where they fall in that spectrum, right? How their specific neighborhood is performing. So let's look at Riverside County. Riverside County, for sale properties that are actually on the market currently, 4.6% increase compared to last year. Compared to last month, and then a 1.6% increase compared to last year, same time frame, and a 1.6% increase overall. So looking at for sale properties gone up a little bit in Riverside County, which is very similar to LA County, right? Sold properties are up 4.5% compared to last month and 34.9% down compared to last year, same time frame, again, just the first couple of days in the year. And then a 2% increase overall. So what actually is closed escrow is up about 2%, which again is not a big deal, but we like to see those green arrows going up. We like to see that we are actually moving in the right direction. And then our pendants, 33.3% up compared to last month. And then 13% down compared to last year, same time frame, and 16.6% increase compared to last year overall, right? So that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. We see our for sale properties. So what actually is on the market is up, what has gone into escrow is up, and then what has sold is up. So that's a good sign. And then looking at our new listing inventory, our new listing inventory is actually down 21.6%. in Riverside County compared to last month, down 42% compared to last year, these first couple of days in the month. But it's up 1.7% overall. So that's good. New listing inventory has gone up compared to last year in Riverside County to the tune of 1.7%. So that is a good sign. Okay. All right, our average active price. I love Riverside County and San Bernardino County, just much more realistic. 4.9% increase compared to last month, 9.2% increase compared to last year, same time frame, and a 9.2% increase overall compared to last year. So sellers in Riverside County are asking about 9% higher than they were last year. Looking at what they're selling for, however, look at that, 7.3% down compared to last month, 2.7% higher compared to last year, the same 2 days. And look at that, 9.1% higher compared to last year. So they're actually tracking very close to what they're asking, 9.2% higher. They're getting 9.1% higher, right, in Riverside County. So they're tracking very close in their metrics. So that's a good, I consider that. The reason being is because when you're asking 20% higher, that's a big jump, right, for a buyer to pay 20% higher, 30% higher than they would have paid last year. But between 7 and 9% or 7 and 10% higher it's just an easier pill to swallow for most buyers. And therefore I feel like that's why these numbers are so close, because buyers feel like it's reasonable, right? And again, but that's just my opinion. All right, let's look at these absorption rates. So in Riverside County, 3.6 months of inventory, which is an increase of 5.9% compared to last month, a 50.2% increase compared to last year, same time frame, and a 3% decrease compared to last year overall. So we were sitting at 3.3 months of inventory last year at the same time frame, and we're at 3.2 months of inventory now. So really not much change at all. And let's look at average days on market. We are at 44 days on market last month. We're at 43 days on market currently, which is a 2.3% decrease. Overall, a 14.5% decrease. We're at 55 days on market last year at this time frame, and we're at 47 days on market currently. What was going on last year at this time frame, which would have made those days on market so long? You guys, anybody have any remember what was going on at the beginning of the year last year?
A rate increase?
Yep, Shelley. That's exactly it, right? We were having so much fluctuation in the rates and they were going up. So those properties were sitting on the market. Our beginning of last year was really volatile because of the interest rates. And so we did have a lot of people just waiting, buyers just waiting, right? So yeah, that primarily is it. Looking at the sold versus original list price, no difference, which is good compared to last month. 3.2% increase compared to last year, same time frame, and a 1.1% increase compared to last year overall. So last year, sellers were asking or were getting 94% of their list price. Currently, they're getting 95% of their list price. So just a little bit below what the other counties are getting, San Bernardino or Riverside. Just a little bit below, I think, LA County and Orange County, but only a 1.1% increase. So not a big increase at all. But it's still a good seller's market. And again, that's the message that we want to be giving our sellers in Riverside County and our buyers who intend to buy out there, is that you have to be making offers close to the asking price because they're getting 95% of their list price, right? But again, that's your opportunity to be hyper local, talking with the listing agent, finding out exactly if they have offers and where they're at with those offers, that kind of thing, right? Because you got to do your due diligence. All right, let's move on to San Bernardino County. So looking at for sale properties, they're down 1% compared to last month, and 0.7% compared to last year, same time frame. So San Bernardino County is a little bit different because almost on all the other counties, we saw those green arrows going up. We see a slight change, so it's not much, not even a 1%, a 0.7% decrease in for sale properties. So properties that are active on the market currently compared to last year. Okay, sold properties, 4.9% increase compared to last month, a 39% decrease compared to last year, just these first couple of months in February, and a 2.6% decrease overall in unsold properties, so properties that have actually closed escrow. And pendants, a 2.8% decrease compared to last month, and 46.1% decrease compared to these last year, same time frame, first couple of days in the year. And an 8% increase overall. So what has actually gone into escrow is up 8% compared to last year. All right. So let's look at our new listing inventory is down 2.8% compared to last month, 38.7% decrease compared to last year, same time frame. However, it is up 2.7% overall compared to last year's from January to now in February, right? So we're up. New listings have gone up 2.7%. So that is definitely a good thing. Average active price is up 2.2% compared to last month, 9.1% compared to last year, just these first couple of months in the first couple of days in the year, and 9.1% increase overall. So again, 9.1% is very similar, I think, to Riverside County. So sellers are asking about 9.1% higher than they were last year. Okay. And then the average sold price is 4.6% higher than last month, 10.7% higher than last year, same time frame, and 6.2% higher overall. Okay. So 6.2% higher. That's what they're actually closing for, right? They're asking 9.1% higher, but they're getting 6.2% higher. Not a bad margin at all, okay, for sellers. So they're definitely doing well, getting higher than they were last year. So that's good. All right, for sellers, good for sellers. Months of inventory, look at here. San Bernardino County has the highest months of inventory so far, I think, that we've seen, sitting on 4 months of inventory currently. Just again, the first couple of days of the month. Overall, it's actually 3.2 months of inventory, which is only down 3.1% compared to last year. Okay, so I'm looking here, looking at, they're only down 3.1% compared to last year. We're at 3.3%, 3.3 months of inventory last year. We're at 3.2 months of inventory this year. Again, though, San Bernardino County has the highest levels of inventory, I believe, even out of Riverside County, right? I think Riverside County was sitting in the, probably in the lower 3s, upper 2s. But San Bernardino County looks like they're doing a little bit better than most in terms of the inventory. All right. Average days on market, 41 days on market last month and 47 days on market this month so far, a 14.6% increase. A 6% decrease compared to last year, just these first couple of days in the February. And then 18.9% decrease, which is what we suspect that the average days on market is going to go down because, again, there's more demand out there because interest rates have gone down, right? So far, last year we were at 53 days on market in San Bernardino County, and right now we're at 43 days on market overall, okay? Sold price versus original list price last year, or last month, it was at 97% of list price. Currently, sellers are getting 98% of list price so far these first couple of days in the month. And then overall, compared to last year, this same time frame, we're getting 94% of their list price. Currently, sellers are getting 96% of their list price on average. So that's good, again, for the sellers, a strong sellers market, letting them know that they're getting very, very close to their to what they're asking, right? Sellers are going to want to hear that. All right, that's it for our metrics for the week. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? No? All right, let's go on to our upcoming events. We've got some great upcoming events this week. I know I want you guys to stay dry. I know it's crazy out in these streets right now. However, we do have some great classes for you. Today, we've got group coaching at 12 with myself. We're going to be talking about taking listings and getting prepared for your listing presentation. So this week and next week, Diana and myself are really doing a listing seminar, listing workshops where we want to take you guys through obtaining listings, your pre-listing packet. That's going to be talked about today. And then we're going to really talk about the listing presentation, the CMA. So we're really going to get into that this week and next week. So I invite all of you guys to participate in that. It's going to be awesome and definitely some good information, because really you list to last, you guys. You've got to be focused on those listings. Listings bring buyers, right? So we really want to focus on those listings and become master listers, because that's how you last in this business. All right. So let's see. Group coaching. Then we've got some tech workshops for you guys. Eileen's going to be here at 6:30 on Tuesday. Hopefully the weather will not be too bad. And she's going to be doing her tech workshop. If you don't know, Eileen is wonderful at the tech. She knows what she's doing. So you will want to chime in. And it is only in-house because, again, it's hard to teach tech over Zoom. And so she really wants you to be here with your laptops so that you guys can really participate. And she can help you get set up with smart plans and learn how to create them. I believe that's going to be the topic. So really come and participate with that. Then we've got another tech workshop on Wednesday with Diana and Martha Calderon. Both are just excellent with the tech, and they'll be able to help you. So if you're newer and you need to get set up, this is a good opportunity. If you know Command and you want to dive into some more advanced techniques, this is a good opportunity. We've got Dial for Dollars on Thursday with Ramon. So that's at 5 o'clock. You guys come and join us. Again, if you've got any hesitation on the phones, this is a good time for you to sharpen your skills and do it in a safe environment, because although it may feel awkward, you may feel embarrassed, it doesn't matter. You're practicing on people that aren't going to cost you a paycheck and are going to help you to develop your skills. And that's exactly where we want to do this. We want to do it in the lab, not out there in real life, right? So definitely participate in this. This is a really excellent opportunity for all of us to just master our skills, master our dialogues, and then start calling and making some appointments. All right. Then we've got Coffee with a Capper with Victor Ambrise on Friday at 11 o'clock. So Victor's going to be here and giving us all these nuggets. I'm really excited about Victor's session, Coffee with a Capper. And we do have, I'm going to go back because we do have on Thursday as well. We have Conversations in Real Play tomorrow, and we have it on Thursday. Okay, so again, that's Zoom, and you'll be able to practice your scripts and role play. And then also we have at 12 o'clock is the listing presentation with Diana Carbajal. That's on Thursday. Okay, so make sure that you tune in for that. That's going to be Zoom and in-house. But again, it's better in-house. So be sure to attend that. This week, you guys, there are no broker classes. All right, no broker classes on Wednesday and Thursday. Ed is actually on vacation. So we want to wish Ed a happy vacation. Hopefully he's able to get some rest and he's away from all this crazy weather. All right, let's see what else we got. We also have coming up, Pavin is doing his Fix and Flip series. So we are excited about that. That's starting February 13th. That's class 1. It's a 5-part series. So it's going to go it's every week, basically, February 13th, the 20th. Then we're going to skip because we're at family reunion. And then it's going to be March 5th, the 12th, and the 19th. All righty. So it's a 5-part series. He's really going to break down how to approach, analyze the fixers, the fix and flips. So if this is something that you're interested in, we want you to invite folks. It's going to be a really, really good class and teach you really how to analyze these fix and flip properties and be of a resource to your clients, even if it's something you're not personally interested in. I know my clients, I get so many investors and so many people who are asking me about fixing and flipping. And we have to be knowledgeable about it so that we can give them good advice or point them in the right direction, right? So this will be a great class, I think, for all of us to take. So it's a 5-class series. First is the intro. That's going to be on next week, February 13th at 11. And then he's going to do the property analysis. So analyzing the property itself, that's on the next week. And then the 3rd class is the market analysis, right? And then the next and then the next session is financial. And then the pitch. The pitch is you're pitching it to an investor. You're pitching it to the financer, right? That's the pitch. So it's teaching you how to put it all together and how to communicate that asset to whomever you're trying to get the financing from or whomever you're trying to do the deal with. Okay. Any questions about that? We good? All right, good. All right, and then we have commercial financing demystified with Ramon. So again, you guys, we're offering a ton of great classes this February, trying to help you guys to make sure that you are able to communicate with any seller, any buyer, right? Whether it's commercial, an investor, it doesn't matter. You guys are going to be well equipped to understand at least the concepts when talking with different individuals. So commercial financing, and this is specifically like for smaller apartment buildings. He's bringing in his commercial lender that's going to be talking about the different loans that are available in that commercial space. So definitely this is a great opportunity for those of you who are interested in commercial to come and learn more. Ramon always has a packed house, just as Pavin does. So you guys want to make sure that you get here early and that you get a seat. Okay. So that's going to be on Thursday, February 22nd, at 11 a.m. And then in February, we have Cal HFA, the Dream for All program. That's going to be in office and on Zoom. And I believe this one's on the 23rd. Yeah, it's on Friday the 23rd. I'm not sure why I don't see a date, but I believe it's on Friday the 23rd. And Nancy and Rosie are going to be telling us more about the Dream for All program. And for those of you who didn't make it to any of the other sessions that we've had, this will be a very thorough explanation of that program and how you can get your clients involved. All right, because the money is going to be available, they said, about April. So money is going to be available around April. However, that's not the time for your clients to get ready. The time for your clients to get ready is now, right? Because once that money hits, you guys know it only took, I believe, I've heard between 7 and 11 days for the money to go away. But the program has changed, the requirements have changed. So you've got to be educated on that so that you can then talk to your clients about that and make sure that they qualify and that they're teed up to actually take advantage of the money. It's $150,000 or 20%, whichever is lesser, that's available to certain buyers that qualify. All right. And of course, we've got family reunion, February 25th through the 29th. Let me know if you guys are thinking about going. If you would like to go, their tickets are still available. We've got Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins is going to be there. It is an all-star lineup. Really excited about it. And it's in Las Vegas, you guys. So it is not far at all. You know, typically, Shelly knows we have to go all over Kingdom Come. We got to go to Austin, Texas. That's typically where it is. Now, I mean, we're literally talking about a 4-hour drive or an hour flight, right? And you can get there for $60. So I really think that this is a great opportunity for most of us to go, you know, and learn. It's 4 days of, or 4 or 5 days of just packed sessions where you can learn specifically what these top producers are doing to crush it in their different fields. And when I say fields, everybody has a different way of doing business, right? And so you're going to find out if you're interested in social media, if you're interested in expireds, for sale by owners, NODs, whatever your interest is, open houses, you can learn how to do that at a very high level by listening to and asking the questions from these top producers who are going to be presenting at Family Reunion. And it's a great networking opportunity, just an amazing networking opportunity. Listen in on the Millionaire Real Estate Agent podcast. It is really a great resource, you guys, for inspiration. It's a great resource for different ideas on how to do things differently, expand your mindset. You're learning from different millionaire real estate agents today, because this is being recorded in right now, not in the past. So this is a great podcast. I really enjoyed listening to it. And I'm starting to listen to it even more to catch up because I'm a little bit behind. So again, good in, good out, right? We want to feed ourselves every day with things that are going to inspire us and that are going to motivate us and they're going to teach us and keep growing us. And that's a great podcast to be listening to if you don't already have something that's providing that for you. So I just wanted to give you a quick update. I don't know, did anybody hear about this, that Keller Williams settled with the Sitzer commission suit for $70 million?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. It was all over the news, right? It was all splashed over Inman and Well, most of us should have received an actual email. We did get an email from Gary Keller himself or from the company, basically saying that yes, they did settle. They did believe in their appeal. They believed that they would have a good chance of winning. However, they said the appellate court and that whole process is just very convoluted, and they did not want to be in limbo. They didn't want their agents to be in limbo. and just have this sitting out here because it could last a very, very long time and it could be very costly. So it made sense for them to settle, I guess, versus letting it just go on and on and on and on. Okay. So that was their explanation. You guys should have received an email. If you didn't, just go back and type in settlement or settles or the molar, or I forget how, I can't pronounce that, Mohero. Look at that in your email. You received it, and it gives a letter to each of us about what happened and why they settled. So if you're interested, go back and read that email. Again, you guys, I know it's raining. However, if you decided, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it into the office, there's a zillion things you can do right now to still stay productive. Make some phone calls from home, right? Make some phone calls from home. Do not sit up here and let the rain deter you from being productive. Make some phone calls. Put people in your database right now that you've forgotten to put in or that you met over the weekend. Send some personal notes for people that you talked to over the weekend or last week that you haven't sent personal notes to. Do some things that are going to move you closer to your goals. Do not let anything deter you from that, especially not a little bit of water. All right. So any questions? Are we good? We good?
We're good.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you later on in group coaching, and stay dry. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Roslyn. Thank you guys.